I was supposed to go out on a camp. It went wrong, so I went on Saturday and I put a short up, and you'll see that. Yeah, it went all a bit wrong. So somebody saw me, they were stood there. As when I got in my location, they were just stood there staring straight at me. So I weighed it up and I thought, no, just give up, and I bugged out. So I thought, it's Monday now, I thought I'll have a look at this tent. This one, I've had this quite a few weeks now, and I've not bothered to get it out of the bag. It's the Tomount, I believe they call that. It's a relatively budget tent. And I got this for £4.99, believe it or not. Well, I'll tell you how I got it for £4.99 in a bit, but let's just get it up out of the bag. It's the first time I got it out, so you see it's still got the tags on it. I don't know if there's any information there other than the YKK zippers on it. But the information on this, I'll give a tape measure out in a minute, but the information on this I'll put up on the screen in the corner somewhere, and you'll see all the specs. But let's get this out anyway. So it's relatively small, as you can see. That's my arm. And this is what I wanted, a smaller one-man tent. This is a one-berth tent. I'm compacting everything down, so that's what I wanted. It's got a pull tag thing there, not a strap. It's sort of built into the bag, so you can pull the tent out. It's the first time I've had this out. So you're seeing it as I see it. Crappy ties there, they're not really any use, but well, they are, because they serve a purpose, but you know what I mean. I should keep those, put those down there, and see what we got in here. So interesting. Oh, the inner is already inside it. It's got one door, I believe. Seam sealed. Once I got over, we'll have a better look, but you get their black metal alley things there to put your poles in and everything. Yeah, so the inner's already in there. Interesting. Ganders. Yeah, don't need that. Poles, aluminium poles. So we'll look at these. Are these any good? Seem alright. Tomount right on there. At least you know what it's for, in case you misplace them. I'm just going to wing it. So it crosses right through there. And I believe it crosses and crosses over. Where's the fiddling fart about when you don't know the tent? So it's in the back hole, and I'll get this set up and come back to you. Chat one two on the mic. That was dead easy. I put the camera up in it, I'll show you, but that was dead easy. So the speed that I did that, considering I've never set it up before, I was impressed. Let's have a look at these pegs. Standard little pegs. I'm not all over these ones. It's freestanding at the moment, but you do need to peg the front door and the back, so you probably were really, to be able to use it, about 4 of these. Oh, that's interesting. It's also come with an accessory bag. Some inner patches for the inner and some patches for the outer fly, and then a, what's that for? Piece of metal, but the poles don't have that on it. I don't know what that's for. If anyone knows, let me know. Anyway, you get that. Stick 2 pegs in. And see guy ropes. You get some dimensions. Dimensions, measurements, those things. Well, it's only been about less than 10 minutes, I think, with all the filming and farting about looking at the accessories. So you could have this up in 60 seconds as it is. It's not even guyed out, look. It's going nowhere. So I'm debating whether I should bother putting them on. You have this strap here, and I'll bring you closer in a minute so you can see. We have this strap here, put a guy on, pulling it that way. You can put a guy on here too, and here, but I just don't think I'm going to need it for the type of stuff I'm doing. It's not like I'm going up in windy mountains. I'm just going to leave it as is. Let's take a closer look. I haven't gone inside yet, so I don't know what it's like. I haven't opened the door or anything, but here you go, look. That is proper solid. That's a really good structure. So I got the 2 pegs here, and you got the tension straps there, which I never use. I just pull them and peg it in, you know. And you get 2 toggles here that clip on here and here. This is that strap, and I believe it sort of wraps around like that. Put your guy rope on and it holds like that. At least that's how I've seen people do it anyway, but like I said, I really don't think I'm going to need that. Most of the thing I do is woodlands and a bit of south camping and things like that. Tomount logo, and then under here you have your vents, and these are actually rigid, and like the foam ones, these are rigid, so they're good. So they will keep that out. One door at the front. You have this material here. I don't know what it's called. I'll find out, but this is strengthens it on the corners. I'll pop it up on the screen. Get the door open. I do the Velcro now. Yeah, YKK's it was so nice and strong, nice and smooth. So what you could do is have yourself a porch there, your trekking poles, get your head off the sun. Not really going to keep you out of the rain much. What I've already noticed is here there's not much hang from the inner coming out, so if there is any rain it's not really going to go much into the inner tent, so that's good. Oh, it's a white colour, didn't realise that. There's your inner. Let me get this opened up properly and then we'll have a better look. So we're sat inside. I'll show you the floor in a minute, but the floor is actually the same material as this, which I suppose is going to keep it lightweight, but you're definitely going to want to use a ground sheet with this because it's quite thin. Yeah, it's quite thin. But other than that, I mean, I can sit up in it. My head's not touching the top. I've seen other people with this and their head's touching the top. I'm 5'9". My head's not touching the top. If I had a bit of hair, which quite clearly I don't, then that would be a bit annoying. But somebody on a video I saw unclipped this here, and you can clip that back because there's another toggle there, and that will lift that back out of the way. So you can do that, but for me, I don't need to do it. My feet, as I'm sat here, are inside the vestibule, and it's actually quite a large vestibule actually. It's gone from my knee to the toe of my foot, which is slightly larger than some of the ones I've seen OEX offer. Looking at this, I would pick this over an OEX tent, to be honest. You've got mesh here and mesh right behind me, and then you see this white normal material, so it's got mesh where it needs to be and no mesh where it doesn't need to be. So that's going to stop any drafts coming through, so that's good. I'll be happy with that. But it's also going to let a lot of ventilation through. Like I said, I wanted a one man because, especially in the winter, it keeps your body heat will keep it warmer, and I wanted to get a smaller setup now to make my pack lighter. I did go out with my new kind of standard setup with this and my new pad on Saturday, but that camp failed, so I thought I'd put it up out in the garden here. Yeah, it's very nice. I'm going to get the instructions actually, and there's a manual thing there. I'll get that and we'll see what the details are. So there's my feet. I'm not going to close the door because it's boiling, but you can see I can sit in here. If it's raining, I can sit here with my legs out if I wanted to. I could lay on my side and cook something if I wanted to, and I think I could get away with a little tiny gas stove with the door slightly shut. There's ventilation under there and under there because obviously I'll be cooking on gas, so I need the ventilation. There's ventilation there and there, so I think I could get away with the door slightly shut, sorry, in the winter, and it would be fine. But here's that ground sheet. It's very thin. It's the same as the tent material. I'd say it's thinner actually. It's very strange material. It feels strong, but it's very thin. Very thin. And you've got two pockets. You've got a pocket there and a pocket over there as well. And there's your ventilation. Lantern hanging spots. There is one here on the inside, just here. so you can hang a lantern, so that's good. It's sealed well, really well. There's no loose threads. I can't find any loose threads anywhere. It's really straight stitching. Really quite impressed actually, considering I paid £4.99, and I actually did pay £4.99. Well, kind of. I'll explain that in a minute. So I think what I need to do is just lay down on it. So let's have a look at that. Question is it long enough? Oh yes, that is plenty long enough. So if I put my feet right to the bottom, now you should see how much space I got between my head and there. I've got loads of space, so I could put my pat there if I wanted, just to lift my head up and put my pillow and everything on there. Sorry about the belly. I have actually lost 2 stone and I'm still losing it, so I'm not too embarrassed. Quite proud of myself. So yeah, I lost a couple of stones. So I can already tell getting in this tent's a lot easier. Laying like this there's a lot easier where I've lost a bit of weight. But yeah, it's good. There's enough space. There's plenty of space. So let me turn this camera on a bit so you can sort of see at that angle. So those winter days, it's raining. I've got my setup here. I've got my mat here. Talking of mats, I have a new One Tigress sleeping pad. That's black as well, which will match this because this is brown, cream and black. So I got that to match this. I can't wait to try that out this weekend. I'm going off track again. This is a festival area anyway, so you can see there's plenty of space. I can have like a little stove. I can have myself a little jig, little fold out table if I wanted it. There's plenty of space, and keep my boots out to dry. Like I said, you can have your pack at the bottom of your feet or behind your head. I would normally have it behind my head, and that helps raise my head a bit. I can shove my pillows on top. The only thing you can't do with this is sleep just in the inner. A lot of people like to sleep in tents in just the inner. When it's really hot like this, which I understand, but you can't do that with this one. But you can leave the door open and sleep like this. And if the weather was really bad and you wanted to keep the door open, you could just throw a little 3x3 tarp over it. I'm actually very impressed with this. So I'm going to get the booklet now and we'll have a look at some information. And I'll tell you how much this tent costs. Well, how much it should have cost, let's put it that way. I've got this that came with it. And it's got all their different tents that they do. Let me take my eyes off because I can't see. And equipment that they do. They do actually do one like this with a back and front entrance there. And they do cabin tents. And I've seen some of these on Amazon, and that's where I got this tent from. And I'll leave a link in the description. Looks like they do stoves as well. But there's no information about this tent in here. I think it's 1.85 kilograms. But I'll put all the information in the corner because I'll have to go back indoors and check that. And I don't want to get it wrong, so I'll put it in the corner here. Very impressed with this. Normally when I get a tent, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin that back like somebody else did. Because although I can sit up there, it can be annoying like that. Pinned it behind me, see here, hooked it behind. I mean, if you want to lean forward, it helps, but if you want to lean back a bit, it's sort of in the way. But yeah, it's not too bad, it's all right. Normally it's up on here, so it's tucked behind me rather than above me, so yes, that's all right. I'm not going to let that bother me, put it that way. Definitely not. As I'm making this video, it's currently $95.99 because it's on offer, and you'll find with this tent, it does fluctuate up and down all the time. It's very often on offer. It was 120, I believe, when I went to buy it, but I got it for £4.99. And how did I get it for £4.99, you're thinking? Well, because I won Culture Champion at work, so I got an Amazon voucher. And it was funny because it was literally the day before I was about to purchase this tent that I won this and got the voucher. So it turned out that all I had to pay was £4.99. Hence why I got this tent for £4.99. That's good. And then I needed to get myself a new sleep mat, and I thought I'd try a One Tigress one. A week later, it was my 5-year anniversary at my job, and I received another £50 voucher for Amazon. So I went and bought my One Tigress mat for another £29.99. and the rest of it was the 50 quid voucher. Is that right? 50? Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. The rest of it was a £50 voucher. So I got this tent and the mat. I think my calculations are right, about 30 quid. Can't complain. Bonus, just in time, because I think this would be a good little winter tent when I go in the woods. Like I said, I'll put all the details and stuff on there if you want to have a look at this tent. I've got quite a few tents now. OEX ones was ones I would normally go for because they're cheap and they're strong. But I think this one at the moment is my favourite one. I got the Fox 2, I got the Hyena, the Coyote 3, and one of the things I do like about tents is side loading tents, because you can lay sideways in them, you get the festival and you can cook in them and stuff like that. With a tunnel type tent, you can't do that, and I struggle to get in and out of tents. I like to have side loading ones, so this is perfect, absolutely perfect. I'm not an expert at doing these review things, and I'm also in the garden, so I don't like neighbours hearing me, so I feel a bit silly. I was going to take it down to a local park and do it, but I thought I'd quickly run out and do it now just to have a look at it, because I needed to have a look at it, because that was also one of the problems I had when I went out camping Saturday, was that I not only was being watched, but I hadn't set this up yet. I hadn't even got my sleep pad out of its bag yet, so I haven't looked at any of it, so I had no idea what I was in for or how to set it up. Turns out this is easily a 5-minute job, easy peasy. Really impressed. Yeah, it's a good tent. Other people that I've seen that have got this tent have been impressed too, for the price. Obviously you could spend a fortune, but myself, I don't do that sort of thing. I don't go hiking at the top of mountains and spending a fortune on these big fancy tents. But I think this would do the job. How waterproof it is, by what other people say, it's pretty waterproof, very waterproof. So it's going to be all right. What I'll do now is end the video and I'll just have a spin around the outside of the tent so you can have a look. It's not much more I can say. Like I said, I wasn't prepared for this, and I'm not an expert at doing YouTube kit reviews. It's not really my thing, but I thought I'd do it, so why not? I've missed a couple of camps lately, so I needed to get some on YouTube. So but yeah, if it wasn't for that bugger that was looking at me, just stood there bolt upright looking at me, and I know they were looking at me because I was walking through the woods and these sticks were cracking, and it was this geezer on a bike, and I did put a short up. You'll see there's a geezer riding around on a push bike, and he sort of walked up the brow and he was looking straight in the woods, and I was hid behind this tree. I wasn't filming that bit at the time. I was hid behind this tree, and I thought, I cannot move, I cannot even move to get my camera. And I don't know whether he saw me or whether he knew something was there, but he couldn't see me, if you know what I mean. But at that point I was like, it's not worth it, so I just went home again. But anyway, let's have a look at another quick look at the outside of this tent. And like I said, I'll put all the information on the screen, and then you'll have a description. In the description, sorry, you'll have, start again, and then check out the description box. That's what I was trying to say, and you will see a link to this tent.